Welcome to Sunday Morning with Enlightenism. I'm Brother Malcolm.
And I'm Sister Carolyn.
And we are here to share some exciting information with you about Enlightenism, a philosophy for a new way to think and live to overcome our dependency on the past. Sister Carolyn is going to get us started today on Enlightenism, and she is a practitioner, Enlightenism practitioner, teacher, and workshop facilitator, and a woman that's on the path to Enlightenism. Check her out. She has some wonderful insights for you today. And here's Sister Carolyn to open us up to the world of Enlightenism. Sister Carolyn.
Thank you, Brother Malcolm. Good morning, and thanks for listening to our broadcast. As Brother Malcolm said, I'm Sister Carolyn. I'm an Enlightenism teacher and consciousness practitioner. And there is a lot of work in that I do every day, moment to moment. What I know is providing insights for those of you who are seeking a new way to think and live. That new way is Enlightenism. That new way is the pathway to the power that you were born with. Brother Malcolm and I don't just say you were born whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless, and have everything that you will ever need for the journey. We don't just say that. We are a part of the beingness of that in our life. When we eat, when we shop, wherever we go. This is what we take with us. And when we don't have it with us, no one has to call us on it because we understand the power of this beingness that is within. And when I say, I am greater than the I that I created, I realize and know that I am creating this I from the power within. Just as you can create the I from the power that is within you. When you make the statement, I am greater than the I that I created, that is an insight. That is a way to discovery. That is a way of getting on the path. The idea of Enlightenism is to understand through insightful thinking, insightful meditation, insightful being. When you awake in this day, do you have something that you're providing in this day for yourself and for others who come into your view? What I know is when that is not a thought process within us, then whatever is going on in our life, whether it's confusion, anger, gossip, comparison, any of that stuff, then we are borrowing from the illusionary world. That is where we're living from. That is what is motivating our living. The idea of Enlightenism is to understand what motivates your living, what motivates your thinking. When you are angry about something, when you are confused about anything, what I know is that you are borrowing from the illusionary world. You are borrowing from the world of toxicity, so that it gets you straight. And what it's akin to me, you don't run out of a burning house and turn around and go back into the burning house for nothing. If you were to run back in, it would probably be to get a loved one or a keepsake or something that you feel is important. What I know is that when we run out of the world of toxicity. And there are no more do's and don'ts, and we don't have anything. We typically run back to the toxic world to see if we can get something different, something new. And what I know is that there is nothing new in the world of toxicity. What I know is that with Enlightenism, you then come to a new way to think and live. You say to yourself, what is this Enlightenism? Well, Enlightenism is a new way to think and live. Enlightenism is the freedom from lack, limitation, and struggle. Enlightenism is the freedom from comparison. Enlightenism is the freedom from judgment and anger. Enlightenism is a new way to think and live. In this book, Enlightenism, I cannot say enough about how insightful it is, how revealing it is for you to understand what has been motivating your beingness, what has been motivating your decisions, what has been motivating your ideas. When you come to know yourself, when you come to understand yourself through the insights in this book, then you truly understand that Enlightenism is a new way to think and live. Enlightenism is the way out of pain, anger, lack, limitation, and struggle. Enlightenism is the revelation of the true self, of that self that Brother Malcolm and I speak of, that you were born whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless, and have everything that you will ever need for the journey. There is nothing that you need to look outside of you for in your beingness. You needn't compare yourself to anyone. You realize that through insightful thinking, you understand that you are self-reliant, that there is no one that gives you freedom but yourself. Brother Malcolm and I bring this broadcast to you because we have uncovered a truth that is within everyone. And what I know is when you are coming from a new way to think and live, which is the field of Enlightenism, you stay on that path because there is no getting off. There is no getting off. Once you know, you cannot not know. So each and every day of my life, I live from these insights, from this power of being, from this power that says to me, no matter what someone tells you, you are whole, perfect, and complete. I have the power within to change my thinking and to change my life. I have the power within to create in my life and in everything I do a new way to think and live. I have a new way of being a parent. I have a new way of being a wife. I have a new way of being a friend. We must first be all of the qualities to ourselves that we are looking for in someone else. It's not about finding them in someone else. It's about finding them in yourself. It's about finding the compassion when you don't think there's any place to go. It's about finding the love within yourself. It's about finding that grace when we want to talk about someone else and what they've done to us. It is about finding that road within for a new way to think and live. The insight of the first principle of Enlightenism is that I am responsible for the current conditions in my life. I am responsible for the current conditions in my life. When you accept that as an insight for change, then you truly can step on the path of Enlightenism. Enlightenism is truly a new way to think and live. I encourage all of you to purchase the book Enlightenism. The 10 principles are in this book. The insights, the stories that are in this book, they're insights. They're insights for you to uncover who you are. It is also about unlearning those things that no longer serve your highest good. Enlightenism is a new way to think and live. And when you understand that, you know that what you're creating in your life, you're creating a place to live free of struggle. And not only are you creating a place within you that is free of struggle, when others come to you, you also realize you are now that vessel that can speak from this clarity, that can speak from this new way to think and live. And now it's time for Brother Malcolm to bring his part to the Enlightenism broadcast. I now give you Brother Malcolm, philosopher, speaker, and creator of Enlightenism, Brother Malcolm.
Thank you so much, Sister Carolyn,
You're
for
welcome.
those wonderful insights that you got us started with today.
Yes.
I trust all of you that are watching. This is a powerful person here that's on the road to Enlightenism. Thank you so much, Sister Carol.
You're quite welcome, Brother Malcolm.
Okay, folks, I'm Brother Malcolm to deal with the next part of our broadcast. The power within a powerful mind is freedom. What is freedom? We travel on many different paths in this matrix that we're in. I call it the victim's matrix, where society has created all these beliefs and structures for us to function as victims in this world. It is time now, in my opinion, for us to travel a different path, to get on a different path so that we can think and live a different way of life. Who are you aware of being today? Who are you aware of being, and what do you do in your life? What do you do with your life? Do you believe the things that you're engaged in will bring you peace and freedom? Do you believe that the things that they have prepared for us to participate in, like politics and like religion and education and all of those things will bring you freedom, or will it bring you inclusion, or will it give you greater inclusion into the matrix? And I'm calling the matrix an illusion. What is it that you want? What is it that you want in this world more than anything? Peace. Clarity. When we think of people that have passed on, that have died, what do we first think of? They're at peace. They're at rest. They're no longer suffering in this world. Because the world seems to be cruel. And it's a world where we either learn how to live in it, or we learn how to live in it with freedom, or we learn how to live in it as a victim. We are not victims, and we were not born to be victims. We are not powerless unless we believe it. If you believe you're a victim, then you are a victim. If you believe someone else has power, then that's what they have. If you believe that the greater power is in education, you believe the greater power is in what other people are teaching you, then you will understand how victimized this matrix has made us think about ourselves. So we don't believe in ourselves. As individuals, we don't believe in ourselves. As a kid, I used to ask myself, why didn't God just come and fix everything? I wanted everything to be fixed. I saw a lot of suffering in my life, personally. And I know that there were other individuals that were my friends and so forth, were suffering the same way. But my pain, even though they were similar, our pain was similar, mine was my own pain. There were things that I felt that they didn't feel, and vice versa. But what was clear is we had no power. And how do you get power? Many of you, many of us, have said power is in politics. Power is in civil rights. Power is in religion. Power is in education. Power is in wealth, money. So we have this buffet of things that we choose from to get power. But ask yourself, have you ever talked to someone that had all of the things that you're talking about, that had peace and clarity and freedom of the mind? See, most of the things we talk about are things we've heard about. I call it hearsay information. And when you're working with hearsay information, you're working with an illusion. It's not real. It's something people made up. But when you get direct knowledge of the power within you, then now you have something. See, now you have freedom of mind. At least you're in the right place to do the work to achieve freedom of mind. And the right place is in you. It's not some myth. It's in your mind, where the consciousness in you is whole, perfect, and complete. And you're not a victim. And when we stop promoting victimization and powerlessness to ourselves and others, then a portal in the mind opens up. And we see that we're not like that at all. And there is a new way to think and live outside of the matrix. There is. Because the matrix is created by society. Believe it or not. You know, it's like briefly the story of the Buddha wanted to find out. The woman came to the Buddha and said she wanted to find out, could he help her? Because her son had been bitten by a snake and it died. Can you do something? The Buddha said, yes. Go find me a mustard seed and bring it back to me from someone who, get the mustard seed from someone who has never experienced pain in their lives. Woman went around, knocked on all the doors and came back, brought in the mustard seed, said, I tried. Well, the woman gave me the mustard seed, but there is no one that has not had pain in their lives. There is no one that you can talk about, or meet, that has not felt victimized in this society, felt powerless, and continue to feel powerless, so much so that you want to give up, or the powerlessness morphs into anger, victimization, hatred, and you see it visibly now in the society, where people they really desire to be whole, perfect, and complete. They really desire to connect to the greater power that they call God or some other name. But they're unable to do it. Why? Because it's in the mind, and it's free of all of the other information. So you were saying, look, so if you were just new to the world and you would look around the world, you would say, why is there so much anger and hatred? You know, all of the people that profess themselves to be loving God and so forth, and all of the hatred and venom that they are spreading toward each other. There is a way out of it. But if we want the same thing, we want the same beliefs that other people have, then that's what we will end up with. And then your life becomes whatever you have devoted it to is not helping you. See, it's not helping you to get freedom of mind. It's helping you to create the pain, to maintain the pain, sustain the pain in your life. And I am talking about, folks, I'm talking about pain of the mind. I'm not talking about the body. I'm talking about pain of the mind. That's where the pain is. I'm talking about believing that we are victims because of our race and color. That somebody can tell me that I am less than because of my form. That somehow I've been cursed by the divine power, and that I am illiterate, that I am uneducated. I don't have the power to create. All I have the power to do is to fit in the way others want you to fit in. And that's not true. But if I believe it, it is. See, if I believe what other people have told me about who I am, then that's what I work toward. Proving to someone else that I am not that person, or I want to carry on the work from someone else. That's what the matrix is about. Traditional thinking. That's what it's about. That's what this is about. This is what victimization is about. Traditional thinking. Carrying on the traditions of the way life has always been. Freedom of the mind is creating a new way to think and live. And that's what Sister Carolyn and I are talking to you about. We're sharing with you a new way to think and live. It may upset some of you, but the one thing you have to ask yourself, who are you aware of being? And do you believe what is your goal in life with the work that you're doing? See, we all are free to choose different paths. But you may hear me and get upset. Why? Because that's what's in the world today. That's what the matrix is all about.
That's right.
You want people to agree with you, the individual, and then someone can make you hate people based upon what they tell you to do. They can tell you what to do. They can buy you with money and make you do things that are harmful to yourself and other people.
Yes.
But with Enlightenism, you have the clarity not to fall into that trap. And that's what Sister Carolyn and I are talking about. So thank all of you for stopping by.
Yes.
Check out the book Enlightenism. Check out the work that we're doing in Enlightenism. And see for yourself, do you believe that you can discover a power in you that's greater than the one you have been using? Seek and ye shall find in the consciousness. Knock and the door will open into a new awareness of being.
For a new way
to be. A new awareness of being where you have a powerful mind, and a powerful mind is what? Freedom. Freedom. Freedom is a powerful mind, and that's what we talk about. Freedom.
A new way to think and live.